I'm very excited for today's video because we're going to be highlighting some new pressure washer accessories from the Quivr lineup. So guys, a lot of this has been a long time coming and some of it isn't quite here yet as well, but we're gonna talk about a few different things. We're gonna talk about the new gun compared to the old one. We're going to talk about some new accessories along with some old accessories that are now back in stock. So I'm very, very excited. Let's go ahead and jump into this. So today's video is brought to you by Thor Media and the House of Rags. They are my distribution partner for my brand. That's why we can get it outside of the US now as well, which is incredible. And also into some local wholesale retail locations. So you can just walk into a local place and buy it. So that network is growing, but head on over to thehouseofrags.com right now for the items that are currently in stock. Use code I'mJoshV site-wide. We'll get you 10% off any of the brands. So as you can see, we've got a few things on the table here. First up, we're going to be talking about the new gun because there's a lot of features of this thing and a couple of different changes that did happen, but that is currently in production. Next up, we have a new automatic quick connect set, and then we also have an extension now. Very, very nice, just a slight degree angle, but tons of features on this as well. So we'll touch on that here in 1 second. Now on top of these items, we also have the original set of quick connects back in stock. So this is all available on the House of Rags currently. I'll have it in my store and on my website here shortly. But right now, if you want it, head on over to the House of Rags, code I'mJoshV, get you 10% off, and you can get them before anybody else does. So first things first, let's go ahead and talk about the quick connects. All right, guys, now this was a extremely highly requested item from all of you, right? So I had the original quick connects. They are fantastic. I absolutely love them. I run them all on my stuff. But a lot of people were like, hey, what about the auto lock style? That's what this is, and we are here and ready to go. So we're gonna go and pop these open. As you can see, they're all stainless steel, and they're all branded and etched in with the Quivr logo. It's very, very nice. Really, really great quality. Now these are set up for an M22 by 14 style connection. That's kind of the majority of pressure washers out there are going to be M22 by 14. What do I mean by that? That is where you would connect the hose. That little threaded piece is typically M22 by 14. So a few pressure washers are M22 by 15. I actually list that on the website. So you can see if you have one of those, then stay away from them. But even if you did, you can get an adapter and still run these perfectly well. So what we have here is for the M22 style connection, we have 2 male quick connects, and then we have 2 female quick connects. This is gonna allow you to get your pressure washer all set up, ready to go. Now, one thing that's important is we did make sure to use this style. The male fitting is what will screw onto the pressure washer, so it's compatible with all the Quivr pressure washer hoses, right? The Quivr Flex and the Quivr Flex braid hoses. Those have the female quick connect built into the hose. Plug it right in and it's ready to roll. Now, additionally, on top of the M22 setups, you also get 2 male garden hose style quick connects and 2 female garden hose style quick connects. And just look at how premium this is, guys. Oh, so nice. So no longer do you have to pull the collar back to seat it in. You can literally just take them, push them together, good to go. And then when you release, pops right out and you're all set. So like I said, these new auto lock style quick connects, the automatic ones are available online right now, and as well as the original ones are back in stock. So whichever one suits your needs, depending on budget and things like that, both of those are available for you now. Now next up, let's go ahead and talk about the pressure washer gun, because the big update to this thing is the mold has been approved. It is in production. They're producing the mold right now. And once the mold's done, which that takes time, guys. It still takes quite a bit of time. But then we can start the production run and we'll have them in stock here pretty soon, relatively soon. So I'm very, very excited for that. What we have as far as features go, one of the main things that I chose to remove, which I'm sure some of you will be upset about, but I was also trying to question, let's just talk about it. I removed the slider on top, okay? The whole idea of the slider was to be able to 3D print different mechanisms that would go in, that could hold nozzles, could hold a camera, things like that. The problem that I was having is the connection, first of all, to the gun itself. I wasn't 100% confident that it wasn't going to fall out over time, right, and get brittle over time and lose its strength in that position. Number 2 is when we're 3D printing for the nozzle holders, I'm 3D printing and I was playing with that and putting the nozzles in, and it was very hard to get them in secure enough without some sort of rubber insert, and that took away the feasibility of 3D printing them. So until I know exactly which ones I want to go with, then I can create a mold again and do that whole thing, because 3D printing them isn't the most ideal. So again, mold costs are expensive, they take a lot of time. So I decided just to remove that because this thing is insanely feature packed outside of that. Since we took that away, there is something that I added though, and that is a rubberized bump stop right here. So no longer do you get the loud click, now you just get a nice, just beautiful. Now as far as overall features of this thing go, when I had my original gun, the thing that I liked most about this was the comfortability in the hand. The way it sat in your hand is very, very comfortable. I did get some complaints that the trigger was too far to pull, which this is industry standard, so it's not like it's far, but I get it. If you have smaller hands or something, you may want that a little bit closer. So what I did here is this shape here and the curvature on the grip, this thing is even more comfortable than the other one, in my personal opinion. Like, it's insane. Now, we do have these parts that protrude out a little bit here. They do not get in the way at all. They're not hard. Like, it's just absolutely beautiful. Sits right in the hand so insanely well. Also, we reduced the trigger pull. Look how short this is, guys. Also, I changed out the mechanism in the actual internals so that it's an easy pull trigger, even easier than it was in the past. Now, just full transparency here, I got this, I was like, is that too short? When you use this thing, it's the best thing in the world. It's so easy to pull, so easy to work with, extremely comfortable in the hand. It's an absolute home run. I'm so excited about this thing. That was another reason I decided just to remove this instead of continually trying to readjust and have this take even longer. I said, okay, let's remove that, simplify that, and get this done so we can get it out to you guys, because it's incredible. Will I do that on a V2 down the road? Possibly, but for now, this thing is unbelievable. Again, we do have the auto lock quick connect on the front end here. We also did build this out so it's nice and flush. You don't see any threading, just super nice. Same thing goes for the swivel. Guys, look how integrated this thing is. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. One thing that changed on the swivel, it's still the same extremely, extremely fluid swivel, but on the previous one, this whole mechanism would rotate with it. Okay, and I had heard a couple of things where this was starting to loosen up. It was no big deal. You could just go through there with an Allen wrench and tighten it back up, not a big deal. But we were able to integrate just the quick connect portion now is what rotates, so we shouldn't have that issue anymore at all. Also, you can see just, again, the machine, everything is so nice, extremely fluid swivel. Even under pressure, it just spins freely. Again, from there, we talked about the easy pull trigger. We talked about the reduced distance of the pull. We talked about the insane comfort, the new rubberized pull, and then we do have this piece here. And now this is production. This will actually be a rubberized piece. So if you guys can see that, there's a little hole there. So it should function in that you can actually leave it there. Okay, so now it's nozzle storage. But if I'm filling my bucket or whatever else, or you want some relief to your hand, you can just, you're working away, and then you can just pull the trigger, pop that up, right? And it locks the trigger in place now. So now you no longer have to hold the trigger. You can fill your buckets, walk away, good to go, no problem at all. And then simply just drop it back down a little bit, it stays pegged in there and holding, and you're good to go. So again, guys, I think, obviously this is a biased opinion. I put a lot of effort in this thing, but I think this is the best gun on the market. Like, it is insanely comfortable, feature packed, and just an absolute home run. Now, the last thing that we're gonna talk about is this guy here. This is the Quivr overhead extension. Overhead, again, keeping with that surf terminology, an overhead wave, right, is just overhead. So a larger wave, working on larger vehicles, you kind of want something to help get that extra reach, and that's what this is. So let's go ahead and pull this out. Now, there's a couple things to note. On the design of it, nothing new here, guys. I kept a very, very basic grip because I've used these a million times and they're extremely comfortable. They add enough grip. Even if you have if you're using Rogue and it gets on there and it gets super slippery, you still have plenty of grip. Now, from end to end, this thing is about 22 inches long. So again, it gives you the ability to, on larger vehicles, to reach across hoods, get up on the roofs, all that kind of good stuff. So extremely efficient. You also get a slight bend to it, nothing crazy. I just wanted a nice slight bend so it works, kind of balances the ability. Now, when you're working on a roof, right, Sometimes they're bent more, and that is efficient because then it's forcing the water down. But same thing here, you're still gonna get a nice spray pattern downward. And then when you're working on just side panels and things like that, this is going to be perfect. So I think this is the perfect curvature for that need. Now let's go ahead and talk about some of the insane features of this thing that you probably haven't seen before on a pressure washer extension wand. Number one, right? We did it again, the auto lock quick connect right on the front here. You got the Quivr stamp, so that is good to go right on the front of that. Now this is something that I don't know if you've ever seen, and that is going to be the back piece here, right? So again, we have the nice Quivr stamp there. This is a swivel, and it's the same extremely fluid swivel. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Now you may be thinking, why do I need that? And the reason is that when you're working on a vehicle, a lot of times to be efficient, when I go in to work on like, I mean, a million different areas on the car, but especially when I'm working on wheels and wheel wells, right? I want to be able to just take this and fluidly turn it, nice and fluid, no restriction at all. And when you don't have the swivel, let me just go ahead and show you guys. So if you don't, this one does not have a swivel built in it, and you can get it to turn, but you can hear that grinding. And that is with no load on this, right? No pressure coming through. As it pressurizes, that definitely tightens up, makes it a little more cumbersome to pull or to rotate. This one, on the other hand, is buttery smooth, even at pressure. It's extremely, extremely nice to work with. I mean, that was one of the main things that I wanted to do differently, is add that swivel on the bottom, add the automatic quick connect. Again, design, I figured, why not just reduce the timeline of this thing? Again, if I do a mold, this would be out, you know, not now. And again, this is available right now for you guys. So absolute home run. I did it in a black colorway so that it goes with a bunch of different options, right? Even with the teal, it looks incredible. Okay, and then it doesn't restrict anybody, right? If I did do a teal one, you're running a black gun or a blue gun or whatever, it may clash. This works for everyone across the board. If you guys want, please comment down below. Do you want a teal version of this as well? And we can look into doing that. Now, one last thing for the gun. I know I'm gonna get a ton of questions. Are you gonna be doing a teal colorway? And the answer is 100% yes. Definitely doing a very, very similar colorway to this. But instead, it's going to be teal body, black nameplates, black trigger, and black bump stop here. That will be number one. For those of you that don't want teal and you want a more universal, just kind of something that works with everything, I'm doing the same gun, but we're also going to have it in a gray color, like a light gray, with black nameplates, black trigger, black bump stops. So whatever your preferences are, if you want something muted and just that goes with everything, we'll have that option. If you want the teal to kind of go with everything else, we'll have that as well. So I'm extremely, extremely excited. Again, the original quick connects back in stock. The new quick connects in stock. Extension lance in stock, the overhead extension lance. And then the gun, finally, mold is being produced currently, then production starts, and then we'll have them. So very, very excited for all of this, guys. Again, I appreciate all the support over all the years. Quick update for you guys, because I know I get the question all the time, and I know that there'll be questions regarding the pressure washer. In the last update video I did, there's just been a lot of moving parts with it. I didn't want to give any more updates to it, and I'm still sticking to that because I don't want to just keep giving dates and then missing them. It's depressing for you guys, depressing for me. The good news is the motor has been retooled, and the sound has been reduced. It's still not like ultra quiet, but for the value, it's sitting at 82 decibels at 4 feet away. It's really, really good. Again, the performance, the amperage, all that is an absolute home run. Very, very excited for that. But now that the motor was retooled, we do have to do all the testing again to make sure that it's gonna last for you guys. So it's a lengthy process to do all those quality checks, but it's extremely important to me to do so. So that's it for today's video, guys. Again, a bunch of the new items are available now. And then the big update on the gun is it will be here sooner than later. We have actual production started of the mold. So very excited for that. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to like the video. Make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one.